We hold a lot of people accountable for things. People want to love to hold other people accountable. But do you notice that you're your own problem sometimes? What the high hell? Sylvie Marie. If you don't shut the high hell up, I love it, my cats. But goddamn, they act a fool. But what I'm saying is that sometimes we are our own worst problem. Do you ever notice that we can sometimes get in our own way? You know, I like to think of a lot of instances that how can I blame somebody else for my mistakes, right? How can I blame somebody for the things that I did wrong in my life or perceive wrong? It's one of those things to where sometimes we gotta take self accountability, y'all. I have talked myself out of a lot of good things that were probably good for me, but being at the situation that I was or where I was, you know what I'm saying? I didn't do what I was supposed to do, right? And that's where it comes to me saying that sometimes we are our own worst problem. You got to be. How can you sit up there and blame somebody else for your mishaps, for the things that you didn't do? We so quick to hold everybody else accountable. So quick. What's going on, Brandon? We so quick to hold everybody accountable except ourselves. I'm guilty of that. I'm not talking to you on a person that hasn't been through that. I've been through that. I've taught myself out of a lot of good things that was probably good for me, but I chose to go the other route. What's going on, Jessica? I'm pretty sure, y'all, that overthinking is most likely our biggest problem. Overthinking is our biggest problem. Sometimes I overthink a lot of things that's good for me, but in the grand scheme of things, you try to do the opposite of what your inner self is telling you is right. You know, really, Sylvie Murray, I love you, baby. But how you gonna fuck up my live like this? My cat is trying to fuck up my live. Meow, meow. But back to what I was saying is about overthinking. Sometimes we overthink things, don't you think? We overthink things to the point to where you don't do what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't do the things that you were supposed to do, and you know in your heart is right. You know, I know that y'all like the funny stuff. Y'all like the funny videos. What's going on, Joanne? Much respect. I know y'all like the funny stuff that I do, but this is kind of the serious stuff that I do that I talk about the things that we need to do as a people and a society and checking ourselves. How can you hold somebody else accountable if you can't first hold yourself accountable for the things that you do? It's always somebody else's fault. In my estimation of what's going on in our society today, it's always somebody else's fault. And I could blame everybody 6 ways to Sunday for my own faults and my own issues in my own life, but I don't. Because I know at the end of the day, it's me and it's my decisions that I make. What's going on, Taz? That determine what my future outcome is going to be. How the fuck can I blame somebody about the decisions that I make in my life? But overthinking has got to be one of the biggest issues that we have in our society today. Sometimes we overthink things that are good for us when we know that they can definitely change our life. Now, I know I'm older now, y'all. I'm older now, y'all. I'm not the same as I used to be. True indeed, true indeed. But it's still one of those things to where I know that I can be my own worst enemy sometimes. How about you? Let me know. You know what I'm saying? We could blame white supremacy. We could blame black on black. We can blame whatever we want to blame for our own faults and issues. But at the end of the day, it comes down to your own personal issues about how you choose to live your life. Now, at my age, y'all, I'm gonna be real. For y'all that older, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. What's going on, LA White? Now, at my age, the mind works faster than the body. You ever been in those situations where you could have swore you did something or you grabbed something, but maybe your mind, you seen it, but you didn't pick up the key? So we all go through things when you get older in life where the mind is working faster than the body. But that's the natural process of life. And I mean, it's crazy as a trip getting old. What's going on, Sarah? I'm just bringing it with y'all and sharing it with y'all because goddamn, it's rough getting older sometimes when you think you did something right. You think you did something the right way, but you really didn't. You know what I'm saying? You really didn't. Your mind perceived it to be one way, but it was not that way. Shit. I've had plenty of opportunities like that. What's going on, cuss to the cuss, Demirs? You know, and for y'all that are getting older, and I realize that too, I really hope I don't lose my mental capacity anytime soon. Like, y'all be like, Buzz or Chris, man, I remember when you said this, or I remember when you did this. And I'd be like, man, I can't even remember shit you said. I truly hope that I don't have to go through that. I mean, it's one of those things, maybe it's a process of life. We don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? None of us know what life holds for us getting older. The good die young. That's what they say. It makes me think sometimes, am I good? Because they say that. And I know a lot of the good people that I know. What's going on, Pernentia? Much respect. But I know a lot of people that I know that die young, and they were good people, man. And it makes you wonder and it makes you question everything, like God, religion, everything that you stand for. And I know when I lost a lot of my loved ones, I questioned a lot of things. Maybe I didn't question God because God has always been in me. And what some of you people fail to realize is that We are God-like as human beings in this world. We're God-like, but you're not God. Get the hell. Love you, Sylvie Marie. Make your guest appearance. That was my cat. Sorry for y'all on Facebook Live. Love you. Mwah. Couldn't see my cat, Sylvie Marie. A fucking trip. She keeps trying to go back to 202, but that's another story. Anyway, back to being your own problem. Do y'all agree that sometimes we can be our own worst enemy? I'm dealing with that a lot because I find out that is more true than we like to let on. That we are our own worst enemy sometimes. I like to say I held me back from a lot of good opportunities that I had, rather than blame somebody else. You can't blame everybody else for your issues or your problems or your shortcomings. I think we get too bent on blaming other people for our problems in our society. And that's why it really doesn't get to any solutions, real base solutions. It's all, oh, it's his fault. Oh, it's their fault. Or it's your fault. Sometimes it's you. Do you look in the mirror sometimes? I want to know, do we really look in the mirror and reflect on how we are as an individual? You know? And it got nothing to do with skin color, in my opinion. It don't have nothing to do with skin color. What's going on, Angela? It don't. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can blame white people all day long. We can blame black people all day long on both sides. Yeah, it damn sure make the outcome repetitive. Like what they say, the definition of insanity. Say no more. But it's true. I know a lot of the issues in my life are self-inflicted. And I'm just trying to go through that rather than, you got to go rather than pay a psychologist or a mental health person $50 million a year. Maybe you just come talk with me on Facebook Live and we can get it done for free. Now, if you want to holler at send me some loot, cash out. Chris Barber, $93. But that's another issue. Anyway, I'm just talking about how we're so quick to blame others for our problems that we never take a deep dive into ourselves and figure, are we our own worst enemy? Sometimes I think we are. I think we all hold each other back, but on an individual level. Like, I try to teach my children self-confidence. Motherfucker, even if you don't like me, I'm gonna love, mwah, 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 mwah. I'm gonna love myself, regardless of what you think. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what I think or you think, I'm gonna love myself first. You got to. And it's true that for all you spiritual people, for all you godly people, it's true to let go and let God sometimes. You got to. You got to let go and let God sometimes. It's some things, y'all, that are out of our control. What's going on, Carol? It's some things that are out of our control that we can't control. So how do you explain that? Only reason you can explain that is say God did it. But a lot of people don't believe that. But you have to believe in the higher power. I think a lot of folks don't believe in that. You have to. You have to stop trying and let people figure it out And you have to let God do his work. Just, you right. You damn sure right. But you know, a lot of these people out here are scammers, fake, whatever you want to call it, only in it for themselves, only trying to get what they want out of life and what they want out of you. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Motherfuckers is really about they self in 2023. But they try to act like we for the people. You goddamn right they ain't ready to hear that shit. You know? I just wanted to take time to come out and talk to y'all about, I've said this before, but looking in the mirror. Why don't we never look in the mirror about what our issues are or what we can do to fix ourselves first? How can you fix anybody else if you can't fix yourself first? I'm not perfect. Are y'all? Tell me if you're perfect. Tell me down in the chat if you're perfect. I want to know. Are you perfect? If you perfect, show me how to be perfect. I want to know. I want to know how to be perfect, a perfect human being to our society. I want to know how I can be perfect, just like you, if you're perfect. Yeah, no comment. Damn right, because goddamn, we know nobody's perfect. So why the fuck do we act like everybody's perfect? You know, I think we idolize fame and celebrity more than we should in society today. Hell, I could look like a fucking celebrity. You know what I mean? I don't look good. Y'all know I look good. But that's another story. But we idolize our favorite celebrities' words as if it's God. I hate that. What's going on, Renita? Much love. We idolize that too much in our society today, the where people get idolized and they really don't deserve it. And there's so much, maybe it's our own self-hate. I hear that term thrown around a lot. Self-hate, self-hate, self-hate. I ain't saying self-hate. Maybe I'm saying lack of self-confidence. Could that not be true? Could you not have lack of self-confidence in yourself? So much so to where you will believe anything that any other stranger on the street tell you. Now I'm gonna tell you like that ain't me. I'm gonna tell you like that ain't me. I ain't gonna believe nothing nobody say, just on face value. But a lot of people do. But I wanted to get back to this issue, bring it full circle, y'all, about first taking self accountability for one's actions. How can you hold somebody else accountable without holding yourself accountable first? Why is it all somebody else's fault? Why is it always somebody else's fault? I think that's where we go wrong in the society, that it's always somebody else's fault. It's never our fault for the things that go wrong. What's going on, Greg? 2G in the hills. But for real, you know, I was talking about being our own worst enemy sometimes. Sometimes we could be our own worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? We hold ourselves back from this. We hold ourselves back from that. We talk ourselves out of this. We talk ourselves out of that. And I want to understand where that comes from. I want to understand where that logic of thinking comes from, to where we can't get ahead because we're in our own way. It's ridiculous, right? I know. Y'all should know that that's ridiculous. But sometimes it feels that that's the way of the world. It's the way of the world. Amen. Damn right. I'm gonna speak on it because that's the way I feel. You know what I'm saying? I'm just coming to y'all and let y'all know how I feel about this situation because goddamn, I think if we stop being in our own way, maybe we would do what we're destined to do. I know that's a crazy concept for some of y'all to comprehend. Yeah, damn right. You damn sure trying to be ahead of the next man. And it's crazy. Or somebody's doing something that you don't agree with. What's going on, Monique? Somebody's doing something that you may not agree with, but you're going to hate on that person because they doing it and you not. It's as simple as that. You hating. We got to purge ourselves from that hate in our blood. I don't know where that shit comes from. Hey. What's going on, Monique? I don't know where that comes from, but it comes from a place that is not natural in society. See, I don't think it's original people that we hated on each other. I think that came on later in life. But that's another story in itself. We can go back to that. I'm simply talking about you, me, and all of us being your own problem sometimes. Can you admit that? I know it's a hard thing to do, right? Can you admit that you're your own problem sometimes? I think just doing that in itself will lead you to a better perspective and outcome on life. If you can say, hey, damn, I am the problem. You know what? I'm the problem some of these times. It's not just everybody else. It's me. A lot of people don't want to hear that. I understand. It's not easy. It really is. It's not easy. Not easy, world. To hold your own self accountable. To look at your own self in the mirror and say, damn, I ain't right. What I'm going to do about that? They're going to say, what the hell is wrong with you? It ain't me. It's you. Maybe. But I think that's a lot of the issue that comes along in our society these days, to where everybody is quick to hold everybody else accountable except themselves. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear the noise when it comes our way. We don't want to hear the disagreement. We don't want to hear the argument. We want the easy way out. And that's what the main difference, in my opinion, from our society today as opposed to yesteryear. Yeah, maybe shit wasn't all gravy, peaches and cream, but I think society was tougher, more mentally stable, and mentally tougher to deal with some of the issues that's going on today. I mean, for real. If you could take your own account into the issues that's affecting your life and clear them out and not and make it a scapegoat. They make it a scapegoat to say it's somebody else's fault. Like, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Motherfuckers going to a goddamn Walmart, loot the whole goddamn place out. What's going on, Charles Zetta Levering? Loot the whole place out, right? And then they say, oh, well, they socially disadvantaged, so they just robbing because they hungry. No, we all know that robbing is wrong. You can't go that route. So that's your own personal issue that sent you in that place to rob that place. But there goes where I come from with the account of we don't hold our own self accountable for the actions that we do. We blame others. And society gives us the runway and the leeway to do that. Are you perfect? Are you perfect? Let me know. Some people think they're perfect. Perfect Polly. Perfect Peter. I know I'm not perfect. I'm definitely a work in progress. Definitely. We all are. But being your own problem, because that's what you are, that's what you're being. You're your own problem sometimes. And I think a lot of us do not see that light. I don't know what it is. Is this fast food society that we live in today? Is it that what's going on? Is that's what's going on today? I want to know, you know? I want to know what the issue is because I think we can change the trajectory of what's going on if we analyze and dig in to the social issues that are caused today. What's going on, Calvin? A lot of it is a manufactured crisis. It's a manufactured crisis, y'all. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. A lot of this shit is manufactured to keep us looking at this while they do that. And the sooner y'all understand that, the better. For real. I'm just letting you know. The sooner y'all understand that, the better. It's a misdirection. Look at look at what's going on with the trans against the women. Trans against the women. Trans against the women. I said 3 or 4 times like Dr. Umar. But yeah, they got us arguing whether a trans woman is the same as a biological woman. So you know, like Corey Holcomb said, the powers that be are sitting back laughing their ass off at us because they can get us to fall for anything they want us to. You know? Hey, I'm all for be who you want to be free, live free. But you need to be a consenting adult to do some of the things that they're doing, that they're pushing among our children. You have to be a consenting adult rather than a child. You know, a child don't know no better. But a consenting as adults, you can choose to be how you want to be. And if you want to choose that lifestyle, so be it. Mwah. Got nothing but love for you. Chris B ain't got nothing but love for you. But you know, at the end of the day, it goes back to us being our own worst enemy sometimes, man. And you know, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? At the end of the day, you know, talk to me. Talk to me. What are y'all going to do about your own individual issues in life? Are you going to cry about it? Are you going to play the victim? A lot of people like to play the victim. When shit is coming down on them, they like to play the victim about things. I'm a victim. They hurt me. They hurt me by it. But no. Are you your own problem? I know sometimes I can be. That's why I'm coming to y'all and talking to y'all now. I'm like, yeah, damn, I'm acknowledging that I can be my own worst enemy sometimes. Damn, somebody like a supercomputer. Put your head on straight, make yourself accountable, analyze, and work on fixing you first. Goddamn, I couldn't have said it better. I know what you meant. I know what you meant. But for real, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Own self accountability. We got to, man. We got to, y'all. We got to. I think there's a lot of issues in our community and in society and life. Is if people would stop trying to hold the next man accountable, hold themselves accountable, I think we'd be in a better place. You know, it's just natural to me to think that way. Because a lot of us come from nothing. You come from nothing. Ain't no generational wealth on my side. I'm sorry. I wish it was. Who hit that Powerball? Y'all know? Somebody hit that Powerball? Somebody hit that Powerball? Because that's the only way I know generational wealth, unless you're building it. What's going on, Charlotte? Ain't nobody building no generational wealth on a daily basis to where you can afford to make all these wrong decisions in life. That's where we all want to get to. Our best life. I'm living my best life. Shit, damn right. I'm gonna live my best life too. But I gotta ask myself the questions: am I doing the right thing to get there? Sometimes I feel that we are, but a lot of times I feel like we're not. And I don't think a lot of people are honest about that. I know sometimes I can not be honest with myself about that own situation. That I'm not holding my own self accountable for my own actions or my actions over the years to make the necessary changes that you need to push forward. Because that's all it's about, is pushing forward in this thing that we call life. You got to push forward. How you think you're ever going to be mobile or move forward if you don't do the things that need to be done in life? It's crazy out here. It's crazy out here. And like I said at the beginning of the video, the good die young. So I don't know if that's for y'all, all y'all that's watching right now. Are you saying, are we bad? Because there's a lot of good people that I know that die young, man. And it makes me think, damn, am I a horrible fucking person? Because I'm still here. And these people not. You know? Choo choo. Those of y'all in the COV know that. That's the sound of the man. What's going on, Sophie? Huh. That was my old dance partner back in the days. Y'all ain't know. But Sophie doing a lot of good things. JMU, shout out. But I mean, it's for real though. Are we doing enough to hold our own self accountable for our ways and actions in this world today? What's up? Just talking about holding yourself accountable and looking in the mirror. That's all. Damn right, go dudes. One love. But I was just talking about holding yourself accountable, Sophie. You know, it's one of those things to where I don't think that goes on enough in our society to where we hold ourselves accountable for our own actions. But as soon as something happens, we quick to blame somebody else. You know, quick to. And I'm just speaking in terms of a black man in Black America. What's going on, Marcus? A black man in Black America, they gave us the out and saying white supremacy for everything. So if I go bust somebody upside the head with a rock and say I was having a bad day, the white man stressed me out, white supremacy. Whose fault is that? Really, whose fault is that? If I do go out and do that, or I know I'm supposed to be at work at a certain time, but I decide I want to be to work at this time. So I go when I want to. But as soon as they fire me, I holler white supremacy. Y'all foolish, man. If y'all believe that, man. Sometimes it's you. We all have to do that deep dive. I don't know if it comes with getting older. I don't know if it comes with being mature. I don't know where you get that from. But that's the thing that we all need to harness and gravitate to, is your own inner self-accountability for our actions and our ways. For a lot of things, we cannot blame the white man. I'm sorry. I know y'all want to, But a lot of things you gotta look in the mirror and say, damn, it was me. I was fucked up the whole time. I just didn't want to hear nothing nobody had to say. I had a time in my life I didn't want to hear nothing nobody had to say. It was all about moi. Now, mind you, I told y'all I love myself. Because if nobody's going to love you, you are. For sure. Remember that. If nobody's going to promote you, if nobody's going to watch you, you are. So you have to be your own best friend. You have to be your own promoter. You have to be your own inspiration sometimes. Because sometimes the world is cruel. I'm going to just keep it real with y'all. I told my children the real life is not good. It can be cruel. Maybe that's one of the greatest gifts that I gave my children, is keeping them real and grounded. What's going on, Dawn? It's keeping them grounded in the fact that life, real life, don't always work the way you want it to. I know we wanted to. I know that. I want that. Trust me. I want life to work the way I want it to. But sometimes it don't. And sometimes we are our own cause of that problem. As an individual, I'm not talking about a group. I'm not talking about a race. I'm just talking about an individual person. I know of the mistakes that I made in my life. I can't blame on nobody else. I can't blame on nobody else. So why should you? A lot of people do that. Blame their mistakes on other people because it's easy and it's convenient. You know? If you're not where you want to be in life, maybe it's your fault. There's a lot of great opportunities that I passed up and gave away because I wanted to do what I wanted to do. But where the flying did that get me? Nowhere. But I realized that. And it's called self-growth. So I'm taking this journey with y'all in real time. What's going on, Brandon? Articulate Aquarius. All Aquarius. Aquarius. I love y'all. Great month. Great sign, Aquarius. Yeah. All the Aquariuses out there. Love y'all. But you know, it's on some real stuff though, that we don't take enough accountability for our own actions to where it just gets messed up. What's going on, Dante? Thanks for tuning in. Do you take accountability for your own actions? I know sometimes I used to didn't. What about you, Brandon? What about you, Ellie? What about you, Articulate? When have the last time have y'all looked in the mirror and said, you know what? It's me. I know it's hard to do. Well, it really is. It's hard to do. It's hard to do. But a lot of us need to do that. And I think that, yeah, it's damn right. It's never too late to fix your messes. Remember that, y'all, getting old. Never too late. A lot of people told me that. Maybe I didn't want to believe it. Maybe I didn't want to hear it. Whatever the case may have you, maybe I didn't want to believe it. But at the end of the day, you have to hold your own self accountable for your own actions and stop blaming other people. Stop being your own problem sometimes. I mean, it's hard, man. But a lot of the issues, yeah, you got to look in the mirror. A lot of the issues come self-inflicted. But we never want to hear that. We don't want to hear it as people. We don't want to hear it at all. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I know that's right. That's what you got to do, Sophia. I talked to your mom not that long ago, Reese. My lady, my lady. Shout out to Cedar Forest. Shout out to Cedar Forest. But we never know truly when opportunity knocks, right? What's going on, Chandra? You know that. That's my girl too. She cool peeps, cool peeps. My girl Reese. But we never know when truly opportunity knocks. So don't miss your shot, people. That's all. That's all my message is tonight. Don't miss your shot. You know how many shots I had? I don't know how many now is left, but you know what I'm saying. What's going on, Bing? I don't know how many. I don't know how many shots I got left. For real. But sometimes when your opportunity is staring you in the face, don't be your own worst enemy, y'all. That's the best advice I could tell you. Shout out to my boy Ramon Sampson. He a motivational speaker now. A lot of people don't know what he did in his life. Shit. That man a motivational speaker now. He doing great things. So we all, before you get down on yourself, yeah, self-sabotage. Because we don't believe in ourselves. Damn right we don't. But before you can move ahead and move on, you have to look and take self-inventory. Because you can be another person that you was when you was younger, and you can change to somebody when you was older. You definitely can. You can change. A lot of people don't believe that. You know. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're a pedophile or you fuck with kids or you do none of that nasty, evil shit, you ain't never changing. Ain't no redeeming that. I'm sorry. I don't care what you say. But you know, for a normal human on a normal wavelength of life, you can go to one extreme to the other. And I just want to let you know that it's okay to be that way. It's okay. It really is. But hey, I love that y'all come by to check on me. I love that y'all stopped through. Let me know what you think about this in the comments and holler at your boy, Chris B.